Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to Rumbly! Tonight, on Raging Rhino, we've got a no-holds-barred match to the death of the Vain Crystal. We are looking at RumblySuperset with Oracle Antique against Team Liberation. RumblySuperset has chosen Ringo, and he's gonna go Crystal Power. Starts out with a crystal bit. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve this time. Oh my gosh, as you can see, Liberation is coming in for an early jungle invade. Rumbly rotates down to try to deal some damage with only a crystal bit. Let's see what happens. Oh my! Teak was so slow there. You can't blame the guy. He does have very limited mobility. Oracle was gonna go over to the backs. He looks like he ported back there, and Rumbly took one of his minions and left the other one. Let's go back up to the lane and see what's going on. Oh, it looked like Mike was gonna go down for a rotation there, but he decided to back off. All right, he's got that crystal bit. His swirling silver is up, and he's able to deal a little bit more damage as he gets to level 2 and gets his Achilles heel shot, which comes in extremely damaging with the crystal power. And what do we have here? Another jungle invade by Liberation. I believe their strategy here is to capitalize on Koshka's speed as well as the vanguards from Arden. The combination of speed and health boost are deadly in the early game. As you can see here, Rumbly rotates down and he is able to take out Mike, but Teak is sacrificed in the process. Not able to get away from Koshka's damage there, but let's see what happens in the mid-game. Don't discount the team comp at this time. Rumbly has not bought anything else but a crystal bit, and he is fearlessly going into the enemy's lane. And what do we have? Another jungle invade. It seems to be a pattern here, trying to take advantage of Teak's little mobility as well as Crow's early game weaknesses, which shall remain nameless at this time. We've got a fight here on our hands, folks, and Rumbly, it comes down to try to take out Koshka, and you can see where her damage was too much at that moment. Not really sure where she's going there, towards their turrets, but she was trying to find her Ringo for a little bit more support. As you can see, Oracle was able to take her down and put her in her place. He had Mike there in his sights for 1 second, but he was able to escape, which is what you want to do if you've got Oracle jumping out of the bushes at you. Let's go back up to the lane and see what Rumbly's got this time. A huge Achilles shot here, dealing some damage on Mike as he was able to pick up a heavy prism and the blazing salvo. All great items with the crystal build, and as you can see, he takes out the enemy with ease. He's looking to build the alternating current, and that is the recommended crystal build item to begin with. I believe when you build Ringo, you want to go with an alternating current, look at a broken myth after, focus on a little mobility, and make sure that you defend against the highest damage dealer. Let's see what Rumbly's gonna build next. Oh, huge shot from Mike there. And he's building weapons, going for that Sorrow Blade early on here. As you can see, the enemy is trying to position themselves to take this turret. Arden came up, and really all he was trying to do is look for another jungle invade. Let's see how the team does as a group here. We've got a team fight, and Rumbly with a huge Achilles here. He's going to get his Hellfire Brew off, and it was blocked, but still had huge damage amounts. And he's going to go back up, farm just a little bit, and make sure he stays with his team here. They're in the enemy bushes, and Koshka comes up and makes a horrible decision. There's absolutely no way she's going to get out of that fight. Oh, and Oracle with some huge damage on Arden. Rumbly's going to stutter step just a little bit, which I am loving, by the way. Not enough damage to take Mike out there, but he did get him running away. And I'll tell you something. In this game, a retreat is considered a win, and as you can see, Rumbly takes full advantage of the health discrepancies there, hides in the bush, takes out Mike, and I'm not sure what Koshka was doing there. Once again, she got into the bushes with all three of the blue team. You do not want to be in the bushes with Oracle, Rumbly, and Deke. Not in this game. Now, I would really like to highlight this great strategy that we are seeing here on these high elo players. And look at the amazing scout trap placement by Rumbly there. I believe he put that there. And he sees Mike, does some damage to get him to back off, but unfortunately, they're gonna take down the turret uncontested. Rumbly was in a bad spot there as he did not have enough energy to move. Oh my gosh! Look at the drag from Deke there, and let's go, blue team! Now we've got some momentum here, and Koshka is really regretting her mistakes here. That's 3 in a row. But I tell you, Teak, he just made some amazing drags in this game. And I just love watching these guys. Don't you? Let's go back to the gameplay. Rumbly's gonna go back home here. He's gonna check on his items and see what's crack-a-lackin'. And he's gonna build a reflex block here. That's going to defend against the Arden Gauntlet as well as Koshka's Stun. Let's see if we've got enough here to defend against Team Liberation. Rumbly's going to be farming up here, and as you can see, he's using a technique that uses the turret shots to get the minions down to size where you can last hit them. And the formula for that is 4 big shots actually on the big minions and 1 on the small guys. Now, something I'd like to mention here in the point of this game is with the new update, I believe we're going to see a lot less early jungle invades with the minions overpowering single enemy conquests. So, if you are going to do a jungle invade, you better pull up your pants. It's gonna be a long fight. But I'm gonna be honest with you. If I know that Oracle and T are hanging out in the jungle, and he's gonna jump out of the bushes at me, I'm not going in there. Especially with the amount of buff that he can provide to keep Troll in the game fights longer. As you can see here, they're positioning themselves for another fight, and he takes a huge drag once again. And Koshka comes in. She's trying to deal as much damage as she can, and Rumbly gets a little bit too close to the turret there, and he's taken out. Let's see if Oracle and Teak can take out the enemy here. Oh, so brutal. Oracle with that huge damage takes out Arden. And Rumbly's going to go ahead and pick up that Aegis to defend against the crystal that Koshka's building, as well as get through the gauntlet anytime he pleases, as long as it's not on cooldown. Alright, this game is really mixing up to be an amazing show of skill. I just love watching these guys. Rumbly's going to take the backs here. He's gonna come down to the team fight here. He's just a little bit late here for the fight, and this might not be the best position for the team at this time. But of course, Oracle goes ahead and kills Ringo just because he can. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and take the gold mine here. Looks like it's got a candy on it, but who cares? We've got enough damage to deal it out. Let's go ahead and get a payout. Move on. Let's see what Rumbly's gonna get. And he gets his tier 2 boots. Grabs another potion, and Koshka comes up. He is a huge Achilles heel on her. Gets his Hellfire Brew off. And he does a huge amount of damage here. Oracle's dealing out some damage. Teak comes in, and the gauntlet, and Teak with another great drag. And they need to move towards the gold miner here. And as you can see, they execute perfectly. And this is something that I've talked about on my channel about using the gold miner as another teammate. And I have no clue what Koshka was doing right there. But Rumbly put her in her place very quickly. And again, Mike is running into their jungle with 2 enemies on his tail trying to invade the jungle camps. What are you doing, Mike? What happened? I don't know. Rumbly's gonna take some farm here, and Oracle saves the turret from a little bit more damage. And as you can see, Rumbly's going to go back, get a few more items here, and we're going to see what he's going to build next. And it looks like a broken myth with a void battery, so that he doesn't have to go back and regen and wait on the cooldown for the Halcyon potions. Now, in this game, the reason I'm doing a voiceover is to see exactly the strategies like this one in this team fight. Rumbly has a huge amount of damage dealt onto Koshka. Oracle with a huge stun comes out, and I want you to notice that Oracle goes around the other side to trap the enemy so that he can deal as much damage as you can, and Rumbly is going to take out Mike here with his supreme stutter stepping and the crystal power. I want you guys to notice there that if it hadn't been for the stutter step, the team, and the positioning, that they would not have won that fight. First off, they chased Koshka away from the lane as she fled for her life and was unable to survive. Oracle's huge stun there was quite timely, as Rumbly was able to do a lot of damage. As you can see here, Teak is taking quite a bit of damage from Mike. He does have that Sorrow Blade and the Blazing Tornado Trigger, and even though Rumbly did get off his Hell Brew, it's not going to be enough here to kill the enemy team with Arden's Fountain. And as you can see, Oracle stayed away from the fight so that they would not have an ace on
their team. This is a great strategy, and I would like my viewers to pay attention. Every strategy that needs to be done is in this game. Look at the plan strategies, okay? The exact positioning of the team in this game is what I started my channel for. As you can see, Teak came down with great support to save Oracle's life right at the last moment. This is exactly what I'm talking about with competitive VainGlory. I love watching these guys. I love the stutter step. I love Oracle's stunts. I love Teak's taunts. I love watching these guys just gel at this game. As you can see, this is a horrible team fight, and Oracle, he just got a little bit too greedy and got into the fight without Rumbly. Sometimes your timing's a little bit off and you're unable to get all of the fights. Right here, I'd like to say that Rumbly's in a great position here to clear lane, but he's overextended just a little bit, and he pays the price. Mike has got the Tornado Trigger Sorrow Blade, and he is dealing out huge amounts of damage. They've taken the Kraken here, and we're gonna watch and see what happens to the rest of this game. We are at 19-11 at 16 minutes and 41 seconds. Teak is doing his patented taunts. He has some amazing drags in this game, and that is why I'm featuring it on my channel. Rumbly's gonna come down. He does have a Crystal Infusion. He's got his Broken Myth, Alternating Current, and the Void Battery. He's gonna try to deal as much damage as he can here on the Kraken. And we can see that the team fight is just getting started. Mike comes in with the Hellfire Brew, and Rumbly returns with his ultimate, knocking off Koshka, and Oracle has a huge stun there on Mike, and he's unable to escape. Rumbly's dealing so much damage, it is unbelievable. The Broken Myth stacks are really piling up. And when you combine that with the Alternating Current having full crystal every other hit, it is a devastating blow when you've done a Crystal Infusion. Let's see what he builds next. A Heavy Prism. Let's get some more crystal and let's see what we can do. Now you might be asking yourself, hey, the enemy just took the Kraken, and they took our turret at the base. What is the point of continuing the game? And I will tell you, keep watching and look at the strategic patterns that this team executes. Right here you can see they group up and they stay in the position to have a team fight around the miners. And as you can see, they go into the enemy jungle. Rumbly's gonna come up, and he was gonna buy a weapon infusion there, but just a little bit too quick. Had to get back to the fight. So, Teak misses his drag there, and he's crying just a little about it, but it's all right. Rumbly's gonna be able to take out Arden, and Teak here, as you can see, is taking the turret shot for Oracle. And he's just doing an amazing support job in this game. I just love Finn's utility products. He's got that health buff, and it comes in just at the right times for Kroll to continue fighting. As well as Ringo, because he does not have very many health points. Right now, Rumbly's gonna go ahead and purchase that crystal and weapon infusion. They're gonna group up here in the middle of the map, and I want you guys to notice that sometimes Rumbly will be in the lane and you'll have Teak and Oracle in the bushes, giving the appearance that they're overextended, and right here, the best position possible, they go up on the top so that they cannot escape into the lane, and whenever they try to do that, boom! Teak with a huge drag knocks them back. They are unable to get back to their turret for any kind of cover, and as you can see, it looked as though the game was over with the Kraken, but you've got to remember to never give up. And look what we have here. It's a surrender from Team Liberation. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight. And there is the victory at 20 minutes and 32 seconds with a score of 26-11 on the side of blue. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you watching. If you guys aren't familiar with the strategies that you saw in the game, the placements on, the team groups and, the positioning, give me a comment. If you don't know what I'm talking about at all and you're not familiar with positioning in the game, give me a comment. Let's talk about it a little bit, and I'm telling you, it will make your gaming experience so much more enjoyable whenever you can understand the chess match, per se, of a 3v3 VainGlory, and why the early game jungle invasion was unsuccessful in the mid area, because Rumbly's team, they set up a precedence for them to stay out of the jungle invades, and that really helped them to have a successful mid game, and then every time they invaded, it would take them out. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Oh, there was one more thing I forgot to say. What was it? Oh yeah, don't AFK ever. Thanks, guys.